It's been a long time, but I still remember my 6th birthday very vividly. See, I had the pleasure of being born to 2 dentists. My parents were the real life manifestation of Dr. Wilbur Wonka, Willy Wonka's father from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. What that meant was, it came with a lot of restrictions. I couldn't eat sweets, candies, or any chocolate all year round. But once a year, on my birthday, I used to request them to get me a bunch or a basket of chocolates so that I could have one day to myself, a day I used to fantasize about all year round. So you could imagine my frustration when my best friend walks in the door on my birthday and asks me for the last packet of my favorite chocolate, Gems. I thought for a second and I did what any normal kid would do. I went into the next room and I dropped it down my hatch, emptied the whole thing, came out, and I told him, "Oh well, the packet was already gone before you came. Sorry, man." Now that was a pickle of a situation, and I was a kid and I dealt it like any other kid would do at my age. Over the years, you grow up and you cognitively start understanding and reasoning about how to figure out and get out of tough situations. You can say that life gives you a lot of lemons, and if and how you make lemonade with it is what counts. One such lemon, which you might get to squeeze during your dental admission process in the US, is the CASPer test. Dental programs in the US are yearly inundated by an overflow of candidates. Every candidate comes with a certain GPA, a few letters of recommendation, a statement of purpose, etc. etc. While these statements and statistics are important, they do not tell the selectors about the human behind the numbers. This is where the computer-based assessment for sampling personal characteristics, or the CASPer test, comes in handy. It gauges qualities in the candidate such as compassion, resilience, motivation, whether the candidate is ethical or not, and certain other interpersonal skills and qualities. It provides a valuable indicator for the selectors as to whom they want to call for interviews in the further admission process. The test is an open response situational judgment test. It is an amalgamation of 12 scenario-based questions, 8 of which are in video format and 4 are in the written format. The order of presentation is going to be random and jumbled. After the video or the written screen is displayed in front of you, you'll have a 30-second reflection period. After this period is over, you'll get 3 open-ended questions, responses for which you need to fill in the next 5 minutes for all 3. If you are not able to finish the responses, or you feel like you've made some grammatical errors, do not worry and move on, because your responses will be judged based on the content and not on your grammar mistake or the fact that you could not complete a sentence. The test will last for somewhere between 60 to 90 minutes, halfway through which you might avail an optional 10-minute break. After you complete the test, each response will be rated by a different human rater belonging to varied ethnicities. Each score is valid for one admission cycle only. The test is a requirement in a handful of universities. As of now, they are Indiana University, University of California, San Francisco, Temple University, California North State University, Case Western Reserve University, University of Louisville, and University of Utah. Universities like the Boston University and University of Missouri, Kansas City have CASPer as an optional requirement. The CASPer test is conducted by the Alters group. The test can be booked through the Take Alters website, link for which will be provided in the description box below. The fees for the test is $25. The test can be taken anywhere. What you need is a laptop or a personal computer, a working microphone with it, and good internet connection. It is supported only on Mozilla Firefox and Google Chrome browsers. CASPer recommends you to register for the test 3 days prior to the date you want to take it on for verification procedures. Also, the test scores are valid for one admission cycle. Preparing for this test beforehand is recommended so that you can familiarize yourself with the format of the questions. You can prepare for the CASPer test through the CASPer Test Prep by BMO, link for which will be provided in the description box below. You can also have a look through at sample questions from the Take Alters website. Here is a tip. Plan to book your test as soon as you submit your application to the aforementioned schools, because you struggle to find dates later. CASPer offers a chance for foreign trained dentists to get accustomed to American workspace ethics and scenarios. It also helps them acknowledge and conquer prejudices and biases that they might have previously harbored. Thus, it is a learning process which helps the candidate twofold. First, it definitely boosts your CV, and secondly, it also helps you judge and tackle through situations in your professional life. So, if life gives you CASPer as a lemon, I hope you make delicious lemonade out of it. Sweet, salty, or just the way you like it. Hey, almost forgot. How cruel would it be of me if I did not give you at least one sample question? So here goes. Imagine you have a friend who comes to college regularly, but of late he hasn't been showing up to classes. This is very unusual of him. One fine day, you run into one of his roommates and he tells you that he hasn't been doing too well lately. These are 3 follow-up questions you can get from a situation like this. What do you do in a situation like this? Secondly, do you show up at your friend's dormitory room? If so, why do you do that? Third, do you involve more people such as family, friends, or even give him professional help? If so, why? Think well and come up with 3 reasonably good answers. That'll be the end of it.